Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First play's a run with Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to... Conversion. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. The Raiders at 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there, second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Sticking with Walker on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On fourth down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hill on the return. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off play action. It's Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The Chiefs make it over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Tackled at the 21-yard line. I'll pick up the 2
We're scoreless after 1.
Kansas City.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to keep this himself. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score. Chiefs 7, Raiders 0. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They'll go play action. Howell. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Kene Nwangu with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn
chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Right where this set them down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They find some open field here.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Mahomes now on first down.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb from 13 yards out.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Raiders 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Powell throwing on first down here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Now Howell.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. first down. Mahomes.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Now he'll look to throw it.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Here's Howell.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Gold with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. But I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over first and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to it.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sides. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's the option going left on second down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here as he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you have your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Howell. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25 yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes is going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how...
Touchdown, Raiders! Tyreek Hill! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Throw out wide to Walker. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes this to Walker. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Like a guy who understands the situation. Also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the...
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Aaron Stokes. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Howell. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. On the give is Nwangu. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Powell to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
There he goes right side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
And unfortunately, it backfired.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A good gain on first. Has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Howell.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it,
and the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
we'll see how this affects